telework. Many of us have been getting lots of emails from teachers who are saying that they're teaching virtually, but yet they're not allowed to telework and teach from home. Because of the various school schedules, they may have children at home who are going to be unsupervised if they cannot be at home because their children are being taught virtually. So why is the mandate that if they're teleworking and they're teaching virtually and their students are not in the classroom, why do they have to be in the classroom?
So we have a telework policy that we had in place that actually we revised during this time period, and we put a second memo out on July 24th, I believe it was, to update our telework policy. So we do have a process in place for any employee to request telework. It requires two things. One, that you can do your work, in fact, from home. And secondly, that you can do it at the same level as if you were in your assigned workspace or office or classroom. And so there is a process for doing that. When we issue the survey to teachers, students, and parents, the response from those surveys, and we had a great response rate from our teachers, came back that on average, about 75% of our teachers, parents, and students all indicated that they have access to connectivity at home, and about 25% indicated that they don't have consistent access to connectivity. So part of what's happening is whether it's offices or whether it's principals, they're spending the first few weeks creating safe situations in schools where teachers can teach from their classroom using their technology. If they have a smart board, they're only going to have that in the classroom. If they have a laptop and a Chromebook, so they can watch the kids and see their presentation simultaneously, that they have access to all of that, that they have access to a whiteboard and markers and everything else they need in their school space. This actually is an idea that came up over the summer from teachers as we were getting feedback early on. As we're ready to roll out and as conditions keep changing, there's going to be different requests and demands. We have some teachers who want to be able to get access to their campus and are saying, I need the resources there, I need the technology there. And we have some teachers that are asking for, as soon as I get my kids up and running, am I going to be able to telework? Because I don't need to necessarily be in the classroom. I'm well versed in distance learning. I can do that from home. Right now, we have all of the resources, including technology supports staff in the schools. And so it's a hub for teachers to work from with everything that they need for teaching. Principals need to be able to see that in fact, because in the fourth quarter, Senator, we know that it was a hit or miss because we were not ready for distance learning. We are just new at distance learning. We've been standing some things up, but we haven't even tested this out. This is going to be the first time these next few weeks that we know how well this is happening. And so principals need to be able to have the time to work with their teachers, support them, and be able to make decisions about the telework system to make sure that, again, we don't have this break in instruction. And so, yes, there's an opportunity for telework, but principals are working through it right now based on the level of supports that kids need and parents need, and also the level of support that teachers themselves need as they're new to this. The other piece, Senator, I just want to raise very quickly is we also have special ed students with mandated services that have to be taught in the school. And so it's really about creating those hubs for those teachers to work safely.
What I did say was for teachers who were teaching virtually and they had no students in their classroom. Because I understand what you're saying, but we're hearing that it's your mandate that if they're teaching even virtually, that they have to be at school. I would like to see your July 24th a revision of your telework schedule. If you could send that to us, please. But the other thing is just if a teacher who can telework and teach virtually is not allowed to do so and is being told to take COVID leave or sick leave or family leave, whatever, you're now forcing the principal to bring on a substitute teacher who may not be trained, etc. And so I know it's a difficult thing. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, that may be something that we can try rather than making it a hard rule, because we are in different times. And I know you understand that. I just want you to know that I have had a lot of emails, and so have the other senators, about telework issues. And it's not just from the DOE. It is from other departments. But aside from teachers, your administrative staff, I have also heard from people in the administrative staff that are not being allowed to telework and are working in conditions where their colleagues are not wearing masks, they are not social distancing, their desks are not 6 feet apart, and still they don't wear masks. So I just wanted to ask you if you could make sure that you let your ASs know and your complex area staff know that they need to follow this directive, and I do appreciate that.
Agreed. And everyone is under a mandate. They must wear a mask at work or on any work-related matter.